The Americans and Baguio City. Baguio visitors and residents alike might wonder why so many streets, parks, and other areas within the city have foreign names, particularly American names. This is because, as the history of Baguio City will reveal, the city was developed by the Americans in the early 20th century when the Philippines was under American colonial rule. The Burnham Park.
Burnham Park is the very heart of Baguio City in the Philippines, since it is the central area that makes it most valuable piece of Baguio real estate.
So, alam niyo ba na si Daniel Hudson ang isang architect and urban planner ng Burnham Park?
So, kagaya sa Manila, ito yung parang park, mother of all parks. Parang Luneta sa Manila. So, yun, turn namin kayo dito.
The very heart of Baguio City in the Philippines. With an area of 32.84 hectares, its central location makes it the most valuable piece of Baguio real estate. The mother of all parks in the summer capital of the Philippines, almost as familiar to Filipinos as Luneta Park in Manila is. All other developments like the city's business center, Session Road, and Baguio Cathedral City. Designed by and named after premier American architect and urban planner Daniel Hudson Burnham, who also designed the original plan for Baguio City. As of now, Burnham Park has 12 cluster areas. The man-made lake with rowboats for hire that folks refer to as the Burnham Lagoon.
Hi!
Yung Burnham Lake.
6:50. Nandito na kami ngayon sa Burnham Lake. Based sa research namin, it's an artificial lake made by architect Burnham. Yun. Tapos ginawa siyang tourist attraction by boating.
The children's playground, the skating rink, the rose garden, the orchidarium, Igorot Garden, Melvin Jones Grandstand, the athletic bowl, a picnic grove, the Japanese Peace Tower, Pine Trees of the World, and Sunshine Park. Camp John Hay. Camp John Hay is Baguio City's most popular visitor attraction. A beautiful resort in the mountains, it features a world-class competition Jack Nicklaus designed golf course, said to be the only course in the Philippines to have bent grass greens, as well as hotels, a shopping center, and a convention center, among other attractions. This former rest and recreation facility for American soldiers in Asia is a tourist destination in itself. For Camp John Hay is what makes Baguio, Baguio. A short history of Camp John Hay. This former rest and recreation facility of the U.S. Armed Forces is older than the city itself. For almost the whole of the 20th century, it is what made Baguio City in the Philippines Little America. In 1903, Camp John Hay was designed for the exclusive use of the U.S. military and Department of Defense in the Far East. This U.S. base, named after U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt's Secretary of State, was used by the Japanese as a concentration camp for American and British soldiers during World War II. This 690 hectares property was finally turned over to the Philippines 1991 upon the expiration of the RP-US Bases Agreements. From 1991 to 1997, Filipinos ran the former U.S. Air Force recreational facility for the first time as a resort, operating all the popular and familiar sports as close to the original as possible. 19T, Halfway House, Mile High, Lone Star, Main Club, the Sound Hill Snack Bar, and the Bakery. The Mansion.
So, nandito tayo ngayon sa harap ng The Mansion.
Short history lang.
Formerly called The Mansion House, this is building was built in 1908. government generals who were the American administration for the Philippines and was destroyed in 1945 during the battle for the liberation of the Philippines.
The mansion. The Spanish
Revival main building and a guest house. The elaborate main gate, made of ornate ironwork, was earlier reported as a replica of one of the main gates at Buckingham Palace in London, which is false. The front gate is still one of the most photographed section of the property. Tourists can visit the Mansion House Museum containing presidential memorabilia.
American architecture in Manila.
The Americans came to the islands in 1898. With the arrival of the Americans came a new breed of architectural structures. Foremost of the American contributions to the country was the establishment of civil government. This led to the erection of government buildings from the city all the way to the municipal level. Government houses dotted every community. Designed in the most respectable manner, these government houses resemble Greek or Roman temples complete with porticos and pediments. Manila has architecturally significant buildings in a wide range of styles, spanning distinct historical and cultural periods. Architectural styles reflect American, Spanish, Chinese, and Malay influences. Architect Daniel Burnham designed the Rizal Park and a number of government buildings. Architects Antonio Toledo and Juan M. Arellano also designed some significant buildings in Manila. Works of Arellano includes Manila Metropolitan Theater and the Manila Central Post Office buildings, while Antonio Toledo designed the Manila City Hall. Since the 1930s, Art Deco theaters in Manila flourished, some of which are designed by national artists Juan Nakpil and Pablo Antonio. The historic Escolta Street in Binondo features many buildings of neoclassical and Beaux Arts style of architecture, designed by prominent Filipino architects in the 1920s to the late 1930s.
Hey girl, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you.